Dumelang. Welcome to another episode of Monday with Tsene with Pretoria Psychologist. Kalibito, ke nna Kamogelo wa Gakwapa. And it is a new season. It's spring. And spring is a season of new beginnings, opportunities, and hope. So today I'll be talking about having an attitude of gratitude. When you think about that, what comes to your mind? What are you grateful for? For example, well, I'm grateful for life. For the fact that I'm still here, still breathing, my soul and body still intact is something to actually be grateful for. And I think that is something that we tend to take for granted. Not everyone woke up this morning. Not everyone got to see yet another day. And you did. You are still here. Another thing to be grateful for is health. The fact that you are still healthy. You are not living on medication. You have all your limbs. Everything is in order. That is something to actually be grateful for. As human beings, it is so much easy to look at the negative and not leave room for the positive, as little as it is. I believe that in every negative thing that we might encounter in our lives, no matter how big the negative could be, there is always a positive. And I think we need to shift our mindset and mentality instead of looking at the negative, but only focus on the positive. Yes, the negative is there, we understand that. The negative plays a huge part of our lives, and I can never take that away from you. But learn to not dwell on the negative, but be grateful for the positive. There is so much to actually be grateful for, like family. You know, not everyone has the comfort of saying that I have a family, I have a healthy family background. The fact that you have family is something to truly be grateful for. The environment, that you find yourself in. If you have friends, loved ones, people that care about you, if you're working in a healthy work environment, that is something to actually be grateful for. The fact that you have food on your table, you have water that you drink, you have a roof over your head. I think we tend to take a lot of things for granted as human beings, especially in this day and age where everything is so microwaved. We live in the days of social media where it's so easy to compare ourselves to other people. It's so easy to compare ourselves to the facade that we see being portrayed on social media, forgetting that that is not real and that is not true. Hence, we find a lot of people suffering from depression, struggling with anxiety, struggling with a lot of mental health issues. And you might find that most of them actually end up committing suicide. And that is very sad. So I think it's important that we develop an attitude of gratitude. Finding yourself in a space where you wake up every morning and maybe write a list of the things that you're grateful for. It might be as little, and you might think that it doesn't mean anything, but it actually means a lot. Like life. I think life is the one important thing that we should be grateful for. And I think for someone else might say, but I don't have anything in life to be grateful for. And I understand that. The reason I understand is because I myself found myself in a space where I looked at life and I asked myself, what's the point? Why am I here? I found myself in a space where I'm thinking, okay, I'm this age and I haven't accomplished the things that I would have liked to accomplish at this age. And it made me not see the little things. It made me not see the things that were happening in my life, because they were not happening the way that I wanted them to happen. I wasn't grateful. I had opportunities, and because they were not the opportunities that I wanted, it was hard for me to actually see them as opportunities. For them, it was like, let's move on with life. But in actual fact, that was something to actually be grateful for. Because in as little as it might have been for me, it was something. I wasn't just doing nothing, I was doing something. So it's important that, we try to look at things from a different perspective. Sometimes things will pass you by because you are so fixed on a certain thing not happening that you miss the little things that are actually happening in your life. I think we need to shift our perspectives and our mindsets from I want things to happen a certain way so that I can be grateful to I'm grateful for the way things are happening because that's where they are supposed to happen. We can never be in control of everything in our lives, and we must be grateful for the little things that we find happening to us. One thing that I will highlight is protective factors. Protective factors are things that help you, with coping when you are in a situation that might be a bit toxic for you or hard for you to handle. I always said cooking for me is a protective factor, working out, journaling. So find that one thing that you actually enjoy doing so you can actually find yourself in a space where you are grateful for the little things that happen in your life. don't miss the little opportunities, because that small opportunity that you think is very small could be the one thing that actually changes your life. So I think it's important that we shift our eyes from what's not happening and start being grateful for the things that are happening in our lives, so we can actually enjoy this new season of opportunities and new beginnings and hope. And so you can actually, go on an adventure of new beginnings and letting go of things that you cannot change. I hope that as you're watching this, you find in your heart to actually introspect and be grateful for the things that you have in your life. Adopt an attitude of gratitude. Thank you so much for joining us on yet another episode. Till next time.